The following gods may now proc basic attack item effects on their basic attacks at reduced rates. Let's go! Let's go!
Yes! Yeah!
Oil 1, he did it. Praise the editor. Let's check out the Galactic Frontier 11.5 update notes. Brand new patch to Smite 1. Seen some teases for some of the changes and seems quite spicy. So let's see how spicy it is out of 10 and we'll rate it at the end. Some new god skins, probably cross-gen. Yeah, they all are. It's pretty cool. Seems like that's what most skins are going to be right now, you know. Some bug fixes. That's fine. We're not going to really care about that. All ranked modes will be soft reset. Okay, so a soft reset in ranked. Odin's Onslaught returns. We have made a number of adjustments to the mode with the feedback from the mode's first run, making the mode even more fun. In general, these changes will encourage players to fight more and will allow them to be in better sync with their teammates. In addition, we've given some smaller features, some well-deserved polish, and fixed up a ton of bugs. Wait, oh, this was the 2v2v2v2. Okay. I remember this map. I wasn't the biggest fan of this game mode, but maybe it'll be more fun this way. Okay. Yeah, I don't really care about this stuff, but I'll try it out. Definitely try it out. Some different buffs and stuff. Okay, cool. And they banned certain gods from the game mode? Okay. Alright. Whatever. Slash, don't really care. Change the banned gods and duel. Unbanned gods. My goodness, they do this so often. Item balance. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Equinox. Decrease the healing from gods from 2x to 1.5x. Okay. It's a small nerf in all honesty, but it's probably enough. You know, it's a fine nerf, I'd say. Jotun's getting nerfed. They're increasing the cost by 100 gold. Interesting. And maybe they're finally tired of the same jungle build being the meta for 4 years now. Maybe they've gotten tired of it at this point. Seems like maybe a little bit. 100 gold worth of it. Decrease mana from 300 to 250. Decrease mana per stack from... Okay, they nerfed Transcendent. That's kind of odd, but I guess kind of like a mid-hunter nerf as well. It's fine. New item, Curse Weaver. I think this is one punishes you for using abilities. 2,500 gold. 60 magical PO. It's a new stat they're adding into Smite 1. 250 health, 250 mana. Hit an enemy god with a basic attack or ability marks them for 4 seconds. When the marked enemy god casts an ability, they take 5% of your maximum health plus 5% of your maximum mana as magical damage. You heal for 100% of the damage dealt. You may only apply a mark once every 12 seconds. Each time an enemy casts an ability within 55 units, you reduce the cooldown of this item by 1 second. Holy cow, that seems like a pretty good item. It's Ro, but with a P, because Ro's a part of the design team now. That seems like a pretty decent item, maybe especially even for tanks. Cthulhu, yeah, it could be a nice Cthulhu item. Nice Guardian solo item. Sure. New item, Duality. Build from Balance Blade, which is the kin size tree. 2,700 gold. It is a little bit expensive, 2,500 gold, but it's not too bad for a tank. 2,700 gold, 40 physical power, 15% attack speed. Once every 5 seconds, your next basic attack has half of its damage converted to physical ability damage. This damage can trigger ability item effects. Whoa. Wait. 40 power, 50% attack speed for 2,700 gold is not the best. But once every 5 seconds, your next basic attack has half its damage converted to physical ability damage. And it can trigger ability item effects. So that's kind of interesting. Definitely that's a Hunter mid buff who, you know, they were already really good. So that's a little bit interesting of an item to add. But that's kind of cool. You can give, you know, purely auto attack focused ADCs a way to proc items. That's cool. It just gives me more build variety, which is nice. More options. That's a cool item. Although a little expensive, but Cursed Orb, decrease the cost of this tier 2, so you can get that a little bit sooner. Oh, you could start the game with this. That's interesting. Imagine you just rush tier 2 orb in mid. It might actually be good to do. Because it's a pretty good item at tier 2 even. And they decrease the Doom Orb cost by 150 gold. That's a pretty big buff. Doom Orb probably quite meta. Can't believe they added duality when dualities exist. His ego's gonna go through the roof. Cyclopean Ring, increase passive damage from 8% max health to 9%, decrease cooldown from 10 seconds to 8 seconds. Probably not enough. I don't think this would make Mage ADCs viable on its own. But it helps a little bit. Can't compare this item to Kin Size at all. Kin Size is just a gajillion times better. But they are buffing some of the other auto attack 80 or Mage ADC items. So Bancroft's 100 gold less. And they added 2 basic attack power per passive stack on Nimble Bancrofts. That's interesting. Okay, maybe with things combined, it could make it viable. Could make them viable. That's definitely an interesting addition. Combine that with Cyclopean, just a good amount more damage overall. Decrease Bancroft Claw cost as well. We don't really care too much. Buffing Blackthorn. Increase the physical power from 35 to 40. Increase the health from 300 to 350. I love how they were like, that one time they were like, we're not going to have any items that have a fuck ton of health anymore. But then they just slowly do it anyway. It doesn't really matter. It's just Smite 1. Warding Sigil. Removed health. Added 20 magical power. Increased physical protection from 10 to 15. So now you can build it on magicals. Let's go. Let's freaking go. You can build it on magicals again. 20 magical power. I can go Warding Sigil Cthulhu and be absolutely have 50% mitigation. You go Sigil of the Old Guard. Go it on a bunch of other magicals. That's fun. I mean, I love changes like this. Just good content. I can go infuse Sigil like Sobek and stuff like that. That's always a good time. They removed the health on both of these and added magical power. Increased the protections. That's pretty cool. Just a ton of more variety for build pass. And I mean, this just opens up so much content for a soul laner like me to mess around with. So I'll definitely be doing that. Bologna Nerfs. Right? Yeah, okay. Decrease protection from 5 to 40 per stack. Increase movement speed under passive. Increase the cooldown of shield bash by a second. Shield bash by a second. And decrease the damage of Scourge by 10. These nerfs are not enough. She will still be very good. Because the build path, she's one of the best users of the build path. And this isn't going to change it. So, unless they nerf the build path, which they probably won't. Or they already didn't because we're already done with the items. They didn't enough at least. They only nerfed Equinox, so yeah, that's not enough. She'll still be the top soul laner probably. Neath, increase cooldown of her backflip by a second. Increase the cooldown of World Weaver by 10 seconds and decrease the scaling. Actually, pretty meaningful nerfs because it makes her ult a lot less spammable and not as much damage. She'll still probably be really good, and you know she's gonna make good use of that new item duality, so still probably gonna be a good mid laner. Okay, nerfing Hachiman finally. Getting his passive nerf by 2 seconds. Decrease the damage scaling on Eagle Eye and increase the cooldown. So you gotta get points into it sooner for it to be up more often. And decrease the damage of his banner by 5. They decreased it by 5. That's pretty funny. But you know, it adds up for wave clear. You know, it can leave minions at 1 HP when they otherwise wouldn't be, so it can be annoying. Buffing Guan. Uh-oh. Increase Warrior's Will. Mana cost from 60 to 80 to just 50 flat. That's pretty insane. Increase the physical protections. Okay, that's cool. Talu Assault. Decrease the mana cost and increase the damage of his ult. The hardest hitting physical ability in the game, and they're increasing the damage of it. That's pretty crazy. Okay. 10 damage. But obviously it's 10 damage per tick, and it multiplies because the more you stack up the damage on his ult, it hits harder. Okay. Increase the range of ambush again on Serket. Wow. Finally. It felt so bad whenever they changed that. Increase her base health and health per level. She was one of the squishiest gods in the game when she was released. I don't know if she still is, but making her a little bit more tanky. Increase damage scaling from 120% to 130% on Last Breath. They were trying to reward people already for building full damage instead of tank on her. So increasing the scaling on that, maybe, you know, obviously going to help and make her ult hit even harder. Terra buffs as well. The Terra change they made recently was like a cool spicy change, but it really didn't affect her at all because it turns out having your dash at a 20-second cooldown is bad, and you need to put a point to it anyway for it to do damage and not have a 20-second cooldown. So you basically just had all 3 of your abilities at rank 3 anyway. It didn't really affect her early pressure. Increase her heal per tick quite a bit on her monolith. Increase the mana cost and decrease the cooldown of her ult every 70 seconds. That's pretty good, especially with Pridwin. You can spam that, especially in soul lane. But you do have to get levels into it. So in support, you're not even going to be level 20 for a while. So you're not going to get too much benefit. But like 80 is probably a good realistic time. you'll have your ult up. Buffing Merlin. Wow, that's pretty interesting. Must have some bad stats. Shockingly low win rate at all levels of play. Okay, yeah, it's his stats. So they're decreasing the cooldown, increasing some damage. Buffing his fire stance, which I think is fine because it's probably his worst stance. It's been a while since cooldown is rampage to the battleground. Quality electric. Okay. Decrease time to transform by a second. Increase shield health from 10 plus 15 per level to 20 plus 20 per level. That's quite big. Increase root duration from 1 second in all ranks to 1.4. It goes up to. Increase movement speed from 5% to 9%. Wow. These are some pretty nice buffs for Kukulkan. I still think they could have just done my suggestion where while you're transforming, you get like 20% mitigation or something like that. But increasing the speed in which you transform and increasing the shield is kind of nice. Maybe you can time your transformations and fights better. Definitely makes them a lot better. I already like Kukulkan a lot, so that is pretty gnarly, isn't it, Sam? 1.4 seconds. And you're going to max that, so you're going to be able to root people quite a long time in lane. It can help you get kills, guarantee autos that you otherwise wouldn't have gotten. Okay, pretty cool Kukulkan buff. Increase movement speed of Medusa. Increase the damage of her acid spray at 25. And decrease the cooldown. That's pretty nice. Okay, cool. Ooh, increase mark range from 55 to 70. Wait, remove self slow, increase vortex strength by 15%. Wait, what? What is going on? Vortex strength. Oh, I guess it's the pull. So you just get pulled faster? And you can mark people with your passive faster? Okay. Decrease the cooldown of his 2. And decrease the cooldown of his ult from back to what it was, just a base 90. Wow, those are actually some strong buffs for him. It would definitely be a lot better. Wait, so are his autos just longer now? Is that what it means? Ymir now rotate during the pre-fire of this ability. Oh, shoot. So he can do what he does in Smite 2 now, where you can click 2 and aim it towards them when they... So you're not, like, self-rooted right away. That's actually a huge Ymir buff. It feels really good in Smite 2. Just pull in the passive is longer? Oh. Wait, okay. I might be confused because I thought you have to be in auto range to do that, but... Double hit and area increase by 50% on Hera 1. Okay. It's not that spicy, but cool, I guess. But these Maui and Ymir changes are cool. Osiris. What? This ability can now be cast inside of walls. Okay. Previously, this ability would not fire for the half abilities inside of wall. Okay. Cool. Oh, Olin buffs. Increase critical strike chance cap from 70 to 100%. Increase damage from critical strikes from 30 to 40%. Power requirement increase from 10 to 12. Okay. This ability now gains increased damage dealt the longer you charge it, up to a maximum of 20% increase for being fully charged. What? Okay. So you can just hold it and then... Okay, I guess that's okay. That's fine. Yeah, it is pretty funny that Osiris didn't get nerfed. He actually kind of got a small buff instead of getting nerfed, and they didn't nerf the build path. It's pretty true, but it's okay. They're changing other things, so maybe it will have ripple effects. Who am I now? Rotate during the pre-fire of this ability. Okay, that is huge for grapple. It is actually... That'll be so easy to hit now, especially if it's like the Smite 2 Ymir 2. Mulan is no longer required to hit an enemy god to use the knock-up and projectile portions of this ability. Okay. That's pretty cool. You can chase a lot easier now. This is actually some pretty massive Mulan buffs, I'm not going to lie. Especially quality of life-wise. 3 is going to be really easy to hit with all the flicks. Heat. If you try to flick it right now, it's actually possible. And now when you're chasing people that are out of range, you can always hit the knock-up and arrow as well. So you can actually snipe some people. You can actually just snipe them if they're really far away. Okay. Fafnir. To encourage more aggressive play with Fafnir, Endless Greed is getting an added bonus, granting him a gold for hitting enemy gods. How fitting. Wait, new effect. Fafnir gains 1 gold per enemy god hit with his abilities. Wow, that's cool. During his ultimate, Fafnir gains 2 gold per proc of this effect. Oh my gosh. Fafnir now de-transforms approximately 20% faster. Fafnir can now proc basic attack item effects with his Dragon Breath. What? No way. That is actually the most for fun change ever. That is sick. He can proc item basic attack item effect. That is actually Smite 1 for fun mode now. Hey, I'm down for it. I love it. Death toll, yeah. Wait, what? Is there a coefficient on it, Mike? It's not that good. Wait. They didn't put anything here that says there's a coefficient on it. Are you telling me that it's like 10% or 20% or something? Because if so, that is actually such a fail. That's actually an L. Fortnite Dance L fail. It's at the bottom? Like at the bottom of the whole page? That's actually so lame. We didn't even get a chance to play with it. But I guess, whatever. I guess they're maybe you're going to do it with Jorm as well. Is that why they're going to do it? They're going to add both. I know it was OP. That's why it would be fun. Isho now heals herself when hitting enemy gods in addition to healing when hitting allied gods. Oh, wow. That's pretty big. Isho will only ever heal once per tick, even if she hits both an enemy. Okay. Fixing your with 18 arrows, so enemies within the area ability. Oh, okay. So this is getting even hit. It's going to hit easier now as well. It does always seem like that you're hitting them and it's not hitting them. All right. We already saw this change, but instead of clawing, the cat's health is decreased from 3 to 2. The cat is now damaged and CC immune until it hits an enemy or reaches its max range, which makes sense. Before, it would literally just disappear, get stunned, and then for some reason, if it got like stunned, it would still dash after the stun towards the person. It was funny. Initial hit disability now damages and roots all enemies in a 10-unit radius around it. Wow. Okay. That's a lot of damage. Stop having fun. Well, that's unlucky, bro. That's kind of sad. Screw Bastet 3. Nobody wants to play against that shit. Can't believe they made that change. Increase tide per basic attack hit from time to full charge from 1 to points. Okay. CC me during the pre-fire of this ability. Wow. That's actually crazy. You don't get it uninterrupted anymore. Decrease the movement speed of it. Oh, so you get no movement speed from it until you amplify it. What the heck? Wait, that's kind of weird. I guess it's going to be pretty good with the CC immune pre-fire. Improve the fire timing, general feels when using this ability. Okay. Oh shit, here we go. The following gods may now proc basic attack item effects on their basic attacks at reduced rates. Let's go! Let's go! 50% damage and healing on Jorm. That's actually really good. Bake, 50% damage and healing. Dude, this is what I'm talking about. I can't believe they released these gods with these, like, with these to even begin with. Why couldn't they have just had this all along? It's actually so much more fun. Gives them so much more build variety. We complained about in the past. They actually finally made this change, which is cool. So 50% is actually pretty good for Jorm. Loyal 1, he did it. Praise the editor. This is gonna be fun to mess around with. Time for some Death Toll, some Telekines, Fafnir, Jorm, Bake. Oh yeah, baby. Let's freaking go. Previously had this restriction on all of her basic stats, but is now only limited to her triple fire and her basic attack chain, not her first 2 autos or spike shot. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll probably do PTS. Is it going to be up today, Jiggy? Falling Gods pets may now proc item ability item effects in their pet abilities with their pet abilities. Calder Dash, Tiamat Summon Beast Charge. Oh my goodness. Meaning their procs will do 100% damage and heal for 100%. Following abilities are classified as multiple hits, meaning their procs will deal 75% damage and heal for 75%. Wow. That's actually crazy. Dude, Vulcan turret as well? Proc, wait, is that going to be multiple Reaver procs? Following abilities are classified as AoE hits, meaning their procs will deal 50% damage and heal for 50%. Argus. Oh, goodness. This is a special exception case because each soldier dash will proc item effects. Damn. Clone skewer. Wait, what? Oh, it's like the one dash, the dash itself off the clone. Holy cow. These are some cool changes. Gonna be quite hard to balance, but who cares? It's Smite 1. Wow. Honestly, pretty spicy patch. Quite spicy. Maybe not the most spicy god changes. I mean, there's some good ones in there for sure. Honestly, out of 10 in spiciness, I'll give this patch an 8.5 out of 10. I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10. 8.75 actually. An 8.75 out of 10 in spiciness. I like it. Some fun stuff to try. We gotta try obviously like Jorm and Fafnir auto attack builds. Tricocolon maybe. Although his changes aren't that like they're not spicy in the sense that it'd be a lot of fun to test out because I'll just be stomping on Cocolon, you know. Maybe Maui. Oh, we gotta try Osiris. I really want to use my 2 inside of walls. Mulan probably. See how easy it is to hit the 3. Okay. Honestly, pretty cool patch. Pretty cool patch. And obviously test out these items.